Hello.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Hey, bud. Nice to see you finally.
Yeah, you too.
Sorry for yesterday. It's been a bit of a roller coaster getting back on track there with some of the things that the doctor decided to fix or change, and it was all at once, and then I went spiraling out of control as we do. Yeah, so how's your day going?
It's good. It's good. It's busy.
Yeah,
That's how I like it. I like it busy.
that's good. That's good. Yeah, I like to keep at it as well, but lately this has been kind of harder to get done for me with what I've been going through. So that's why I do it because I was helping others, but lately I've been helping myself so often that I've been out of off schedule with the podcast a bit, but we're looking to get back on track, and we have a lot of good guests that are interested in coming on. So I'm excited for that, and it's going to be a good season. So tell me a bit about you.
Well, I spent a lot of time in um like manufacturing facilities as a production manager, quality control tech.
Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of time doing stuff like that. In management, a lot of most of my working career, I was in some kind of management, either production manager or quality assurance. So, but
Quality get
it's,
like quality control or whatever.
yeah, yeah. But I tell you, the
So what?
manufacturing facilities, especially in a small town, they're very political and very cliquey. So
Yes, we
it's,
I live in Hawkesbury. It's very much the same here.
yeah.
So how did you go from working in that particular industry to certified holistic health coach? That's a big change. Like totally the opposite. That's the people that are supposed to help everybody on the floor stop from being stressed.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I got very sick.
Okay, you got stressed.
I
Did you get stressed or burnt out or
Oh no, physically sick.
oh,
One day I got stomach pain so bad that I could barely walk. Luckily my son was 16 at the time, could drive me to the hospital, and
yeah,
so they diagnosed me with diverticulosis and gastric paresis and a bunch of different diseases and problems with my stomach. And I was sick for about 3 months straight.
okay. No
Just like feeling
reason,
like yeah, no, they couldn't figure out why. They knew that I had these problems, but
just not where from.
yeah, and they couldn't help me feel any better. I was sick every day, like I was gonna throw up, sick all day long every
Ah,
day, and this went on for about 3 months. And so I started researching holistic remedies, and I found this school. It's the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. And I signed up for that school basically to help myself.
yeah,
So I did. Yeah,
very smart.
it's about a year. It took about a year, and but right away I started learning things and changing my diet and taking
Yeah,
up out some, getting farther away from the standard American diet, essentially,
yeah. And
and
Canada's
just
no
started.
better.
Yeah, so I started eating more clean, and once I found out how well that worked, then that fueled me to really go and finish that school and get my certificate, which I don't use that much anymore. I don't coach, but it definitely helps me and my family because now I know to read ingredients on every food that I buy.
Yeah.
And I know not to spray Roundup on my plants outside, my weeds. So yeah, it's there's definitely things you can do to make yourself feel better for sure.
It's funny that you mentioned that because I was talking to my grandmother, I think 2 days ago, and her and I often have this discussion because my husband just became diabetic around a year or two ago, and my grandmother's quite badly diabetic. So she'll give me information and so on certain things not to do and certain things not to pay attention to at all. And like it's just good to have sometimes the people from the past, like that are older in your life, say, listen, we didn't have all this crap before. Like where's it coming from? And my nan said, like, what are they putting in and on the foods? Like you can't read the packages. So like we were just talking about that briefly the other day, and it's funny that you brought it up because I don't think that these days that I'm the only one, or we're not the only three that are thinking about that constantly. It's a worry for me. And when you live in a rural area, you don't really have the opportunity or the finances to do the garden part of it. If I could do that, I would have it done.
Yeah, you have to buy organic food
Yeah.
and
And even then, I
and
think there's
even
some lies.
well, if it's truly organic, they have to stay away from other farms that do spray. One of the biggest things you want to stay away from is the factory farms that spray.
You mean
Glyphosate
in terms
is,
of how far they are apart? That's what you're saying?
yeah, they have to be so far away from a farm that uses fertilizers or uses insecticides or pesticides.
Okay.
So these, which has glyphosate in it, so they're spraying poison on our food, and then we're eating that food. So
Wondering why we have different kinds of cancer that no one ever heard of. I
yeah,
mean, I don't understand that, but we could talk about that until we're blue in the face. We'd get nowhere in our lifetime, but unfortunately, that's the way it is. But luckily, that's something that we don't like. I try not to let certain things like that, like be the thing that feeds my anxiety sometimes, but um, dieting is become more and more of a subject in our house because ever since COVID, we ate terribly, and we don't eat terribly now. What I'm saying is that we gained weight during that time because the only thing that there was to do was to shop for groceries. You weren't allowed to go anywhere else. So what are you gonna
yeah,
do? You're gonna eat. Me and Vinny
yeah,
discovered so many cheeses and wines and this and that. Oh, and when COVID and everything happened, it's amazing. And then on top of that, like you do get some takeout during that time because you're not able to go anywhere. So I mean, I gained weight fast, and the thing is, like my husband's a big guy, and he's been able to manage it all his life, up and down, and now with diabetes. So but he's in good shape and he's healthy and stuff. So, but me on the other hand, I have peripheral neuropathy, and they can't say that I have diabetes because I'm 5.6 every time when they do my blood sugar, and that's normal for the past 2 years. So it's been a bit of a I don't know how to say it. Sometimes on certain days it's quite a struggle because it's constant pain and burning and anxiety from the stress of that, and then they feed each other, right? So I mean, I've come up with some medications by doing my own research, like you probably did yourself. Me, I'm probably using medicine, but naturopath, it's funny because naturopath keeps coming up now when I talk to people. And a lot of things that come up, like when I do research on neuropathy in particular, is a lot of naturopath products. And I guess you would know a lot about, what to take rather than like everybody and their grandmother is on pregabalin right now for nerve pain, and I know it because I know about 25 people that are friends of mine that are on it. So, like I just know in my heart and my with my own two eyes that this is what's been done to people. We're being taught to take medication for everything, right? And if we don't take medication, we're eating it on our food because pesticide is the same as taking a medication, in my opinion, isn't it?
Well, it's even worse. It's literally poison. So,
Yes, poison.
uh,
It's poison that
yeah,
you can eat,
I
but you don't get sick until a long, long time. Maybe
it,
some people faster than others. That's how it goes, I guess.
yeah, it's a slow death.
Slow death, yeah.
I do have I take religiously some holistic products, and I also I use them as they're my affiliates, called Purium, and
Okay,
they have some really, really good products. They have like a cleanser that will can detox you, and then they have a package called the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation, and that comes with everything you need to take in a month. It's a month supply worth of protein
detox.
powders, green juice, detox. So what it does is kind of supercharges your body and your insides. It cleans you out, detoxes you.
I've heard of that.
You'll lose, yeah, you'll lose probably, well, it varies, but close to 10 pounds probably in that month or more.
Okay,
And you'll feel fantastic.
okay.
They have one called Joint Flex. I have a lot of arthritis and problems, so
Yeah,
I take
same.
this Joint Flex. That really helps. And
I guess anything
they have,
joint related or nerve related, like or bad knees or bad you have problems with your feet and your ankles and stuff. Like this is the stuff that you need to be taking. What you're talking about now is probably for all types of I guess like neuropathic pain and the different sections of the nerve. Well, I call it my I call it I call it flare ups when it happens because it's like it goes away for 3 weeks and then it comes back with a vengeance.
mm,
So yeah, I mean, I'll definitely would love to be able to get to see a site or something that you have written up all those different types of things to try with and I would definitely be interested in seeing how they are because that's the way I feel like I need to go. And I mean, common sense says to us, Tommy, that if you go back to the earth, then you should be okay. But unfortunately, like you're saying, everything is being sprayed and we're consuming so quickly that they have to spray food in order to, instead of having it brought in from countries where it costs a fortune to make, they make it here and then or vice versa, whatever's happening. Like, because I see the thing with China bringing in so much food as well, but I guess they all have their laws. We all have international laws when it comes to shipping food and pesticides and this and that. So, it's just, and everything has glucose instead of sugar. It says sugar free, but then it has glucose.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. And you'll notice a difference using these products. I noticed a difference in 2 days.
yeah,
2 days, I started feeling better. I have more energy. I wasn't as foggy. They have another product called Pineal Clear that is cognitive for cognitive function. It
Okay.
supposedly helps clear your pineal gland.
Yeah.
So
Which is
there's a
foggy
lot
when
of
you have anxiety about all the time.
yes, yes. And that's part of what causes the fogginess is the glyphosate and all this stuff in the food. So when you detox and you start eating clean, you start getting back to your natural, listen, plants were the original medicine,
That's it.
right? I
Yeah.
mean, for thousands of years, humans were using plants for medicine.
Yeah.
So
That's what I'm saying. Like
it's,
it seems like even for me, like as a consumer online, I'm going back to look at the naturopath products more and more and more because they have things that are, I guess, the dosage is higher than it would be in a medication, and it's certainly cleaner than the medication that's chemicals. So then you have to just figure it out. Like I got my cousin Wanda had gotten in touch with me. I had wrote a thing on Facebook saying, I'm desperate for anybody that's suffering with neuropathy to give me, something to try. And she told me to take black seed oil.
yeah, there's a lot of different things. And I tell you another great product that I use religiously is I'm going to peel it off and show you here. This patch. That patch is called Life Wave,
Okay.
and they have come up with this. It uses light therapy, photo light therapy. So there's nothing in it. There's no chemicals in it. It's called X. I think this one's the X39. They have a few different patches. This one's like a basic wellness, so it'll help everything. But these will help regenerate dormant stem cells, which, as everybody
Oh,
knows, is the craze today.
yes.
This is cutting edge patches right here, and I have you put it either on the back of your neck or below your belly button. You can also put it where you have some injuries. So I had ankle surgery about 2 years ago, and my ankle's never been right. And I go through times where it hurts really bad. So
Yeah.
I have one on each side of my ankle right now. Uh,
Okay.
so you can use these patches. Not only do you put one on,
So
but you
it
can also,
doesn't do anything to you physical, like it doesn't give you a high, so you can put more than one. That's what you're saying.
yeah, they say you can use up to three. If you have an injury, you can put it on. Like I have my basic one on here on the back of my neck, and then I have two on my ankle to try to get the pain out of this ankle and get this whatever's going on in there the last couple
Yeah,
weeks.
I've seen it I've seen it for sleep. I've bought it for sleep, the melatonin in it, and I've actually researched and researched and researched anything that comes in it, like a form, like a patch that is steadily giving you medication without any it's seamless. Whereas now it's
Yeah,
all managing blister packs and bottles and I have this. This is THC CBD 50/50 cream. It's 1,000 milligrams of each. And I order it from the government by prescription from a doctor. And it is the only product in 8 years that I've found that will stop burning on the top of your feet from neuropathy. And diabetics that
that's
don't know about this product, you need to tell your doctors that you want to talk to the pot doctor because it's just a topical cream. It smells like mint. It doesn't smell like THC. It doesn't get you high. It doesn't make you numb. It just calms the nerves down, I guess. That's all I can say that it does. So it's quite cool. Like there's a lot of things that I guess we all search for. Even this, I've put that on my forehead and got rid of major migraines. So imagine, it's quite good stuff. And like they took out all the stuff that make you high, and it just uses the good stuff like that's in within that treatment. I think I tried them both separately. like not half and half, and it didn't work. When it was
Yeah.
50-50, it worked.
And I tell you what I'll do. I'll send you links for both of these products
Yeah,
that I promote and use, and I use them every day. You know, if I'll people want to see, I'll show them. I have a whole cabinet full of my stuff. So because I
yeah.
won't promote anything that I don't use and don't believe in.
Well,
So
that's it. Like even
but
for
I'll
me,
send
I know like yourself, like a lot of people say, well, you're not getting, sometimes you don't get, you're not getting paid or you're not getting endorsement from it. But I mean, I have a right as a human to say if something is good or not, if it's a product. I mean,
absolutely.
companies want to hear that.
If it works, it works.
That's
So
it.
I can I'll send you links to both of those, and then I'll send you my promo code so all of your listeners can get or my listeners who's way whoever's listening, you'll get a discount. Like the Purium, I have a code that gives you a $50 gift card, $50 off of
Okay.
orders of $75. So you can try this stuff for, you know, you can order $75 worth of stuff and get it for 25 bucks and try it out. And
And I mean, by the time that seems like enough product to let you know that it's gonna when it's gonna work or not, if it's gonna work for you,
oh,
you
absolutely.
know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And if anyone wants an ultimate lifestyle transformation, what they call it, man, that package is it's incredible. I went through it and it's like I said, within 2 days I felt different. I felt clear. I just felt lighter
yeah,
altogether. So yeah,
it's
the stuff
funny.
works
Like
great.
I think a lot of us don't realize how much our stomachs and our like gastric like system in general, like how much of it affects us.
Our gut biome is super important. It's
Yes.
super important to us what we're putting in our bodies.
Yeah.
And most of us don't know how much poison we're putting in there and the damage that we're doing to ourselves with eating fast food and just stuff out of a box. I try to stay on the outside of the supermarket, and that's my advice for people when you're grocery shopping. Stay on the outside. Don't go inside those aisles of death where all the boxed goods are.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah.
you
I
know, if
mean,
you're buying fruits,
it's
veggies, and meat.
yeah. Well, that's something that hopefully in the next little while, by September. I think they have a date in September. They're supposed to bring everything down somehow or other on tariffs. I don't know if that's going to make prices on food eat better for everybody. I don't care which side of the border you live on. We all need to eat, and that's the way things are going right now. So it's uh, it's unfortunate to have to worry about what you're giving your children or your the people that are sickest or are are in they need the best care and the best ingredients in their food possible. And like you're saying that for instance we're eating this on our food, like the pollution basically is what it is. It's and I mean, what's in our medications that are made, in certain medications as well, like that we take already. Whereas our food, we don't think about it because it's not a choice. We need it, so we buy it and we eat it, right?
Yeah.
Whereas with medications, we think, oh, well, the doctor prescribed it, so it's okay, which that's what 90% of the people in the world think. And my doctor listens to my podcast. He's told me he does, and he's one of the best doctors to have take care of me as a patient because he's very, very knowledgeable and he'll take the time to listen. Like if it's a 2 hour appointment, sorry for everybody else, but you're gonna wait. And he's very good like that. But at the same time, we have very long discussions about medications, and I'll go back and I'll research them before taking them myself, and just see what could be what, and usually we figure it out quite quickly. So it's been it's I know that everybody living out there has a different. It could be your what you're eating. It could be what you have to take as medication, or if you have diabetes, obviously that's a whole other ball game. Like it's like medicine and food. I don't like my husband. He doesn't even seem like it bothers him. But for me, I don't know how I would manage that. Like managing one thing like right now, and if I had to add that, I think I'd go out of my mind.
Well, it's, eating healthy is fun, I think, and you can make it.
He lot
We
he
have a
my husband cooks a lot very well, and a lot of good vegetables. Like me, I won't eat a lot of raw vegetables, but if it's cooked, I like vegetables cooked.
yeah,
So
we had a thing learned about in our school called adding in. So instead of trying to change your whole diet and go on this
substituting,
diet
you
that you're
mean?
not going to like, you add in one thing that's healthy that you think you might like. Like if you don't eat avocados, try avocados this week
Yeah,
and see how you like them. Try a couple different recipes, and then next week try something new. And you keep trying these different things, you adding them in, and then you slowly replace the junk you're eating
yeah,
with better stuff
yeah.
and it tastes great. So
Like I know
yeah.
peanut butter has been a big substitute. I put a scoop of any kind of nut butter in my shake if I make one. It gives it a nice taste, and depending on what it
Mhm.
is, it's good for you. But I know I'm not the best person to say that I eat like I don't eat terribly. We don't eat a lot of takeout, but we do eat good meals at home. And I mean, I'm sure there's things that we could replace, with we're started to eat more vegetables, more rice now, less potato. I know that for one, but like it's really difficult sometimes to manage that. But
Hmm.
anyways, yeah, so it's part of it all. And then they say to me sometimes, like, like if you're overweight, like some of the meds that you take actually cause you to gain weight. I think two or three of mine do. So like that I know about because you're saying like, you're losing weight by doing the detox and detox. It would be great if you could detox and not take any meds at the same time just to see what it all would feel like. But
I don't.
I don't
I'm
recommend
I-
that. But
I'm 53. I don't take any meds at all. No, I don't
no,
take anything.
no, my
Mm-mm.
husband's 53 and he doesn't take my husband sorry, no, I think it's my sister-in-law is older and she doesn't take any meds. My husband is taking Tylenol or Advil maximum, and even if he needs it, he struggles with wanting, whether or not to take it. That's crazy. Me, on the other hand, if I'm in pain, get me out of it. That's the way I am. Oh, it sucks like to
Yeah.
be like that, but so that's kind of like what I included in my books were like trips, like tricks and tips to help everybody, like the things that I overcame, things that I did that I found, helpful. Um, there's a lot of medications that I am not against, but not for. And I have to make sure that when the book is edited and looked over, that whatever medications I mention are in generic form, I assume is how it goes. Because literally, I was a guinea pig in Toronto for many years for antidepressant medication, which is it's about, so I've been 25 years managing it now. Since I was 12,
Mm.
like, since I was less than 20 years old. Like it's just been so you have to take from it what you can and help others, or, like it's even therapeutic chatting with people that are working on helping others like yourself. It can be therapeutic. And of course, you learn a world of knowledge by doing a podcast with different people every day. And I've had people from every country on so far. So, like it's been fun, and it was supposed to be this was supposed to be just the thing to do, and the numbers are pretty good. So I'm gonna see how it goes and keep going with it and doing it at my pace, of course. But it's been fun, and everybody's very gracious, and they want to come on your show or help you get your start somewhere. Some people that know that they have the numbers to help somebody else get a few more followers, whatever. I like that when the community is like that. And that's how I find everybody's been so far, like within the podcast groups on Facebook and so on, where you can, post. So that's been nice. So you're living in the States, you said, and you have a big family?
West Virginia, yeah. I don't know about a big family. I guess it kind of is. My dad, I think, has eight on his side, and my mom has eight on her side, or one
Oh
has nine,
wow.
one has eight. But I don't, I we're kind of we're kind of loners a little bit. My wife and I, we don't really some of those family members I haven't talked to for a while, and it's just we just get busy with our lives doing what we're doing, and
That's
we
one of yeah, that's one of the things that we've said recently is that as people grow up and get older in front of us, we may not like that we don't see them as often, but everybody has their own lives and things going on. And, a lot of people will say, well, you should visit more. Well, you should too. You know what I mean?
yep,
Tit for
yep.
tat. So, I mean, I live in Newfoundland, which is an island in Canada that is, I don't, it's very, very small. My town is 220 people, and, it's just different everywhere, obviously. But
Yeah, and that's something I talk about in my book is everybody says you can pick your friends but not your family, but I don't agree with that either. I believe we should all pick our family or circle or tribe or whatever you want to call that,
I,
because we all have
yeah,
family members that are not good for our lives and that are
yeah,
toxic. So we just
yes,
need to surround ourselves with good people and enjoy those people and be kind to each other,
that's it.
because we don't need to hang out with toxic people for any reason. You can be kind to them, and you don't have to be mean to them, but you don't have to hang out with them either. It's
No,
just not
like
good for your
not on
life.
your weekends and kind of that kind of thing. Yeah. No, I mean, it's it's like that, and I guess family now is the meaning has changed so much because family is what you make of it. I find that we all are building our families all the time as we reach out, and depending on the connection that we make with somebody, I've done this. This is our 11th episode today, and I've met a lot of nice people in that small amount of time. Um, just before I decided to do the podcast, I went to a mental health conference called Empower to Recover, and it is to help with sobriety and mental health and trauma and all of that. And this kind of just inspired me to start doing this, and like to give back for some of the things that I've gone through myself, and talk to people that are going through things or have gone through things. Like I have on regular folks, and I have on folks that are they have books and things like that, but nobody is better to me than the other. I mean, that's just the way I work. I find that Obviously, our behaviors can be better than some others, but you know what I mean? Like, I just treat everybody equally. So, all this stuff that goes on TV with politics and stuff, I don't even pay attention anymore because it's just a game show for me.
I
I
haven't
mean,
watched news for a couple, I'd say 4 or 5 years. I haven't
yeah,
watched
we
news. I
don't.
won't watch news.
That's the thing. Like, we have all the like a package with all the apps, and we don't get to see it, so it keeps our lives a lot stress free because you watch that all day long, and it makes you crazy.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
where
I
all
know
the hate
people that
comes from.
do.
It's the news stations, I'm sure. Because we're
Yeah.
watching this on TV, you know what's going on, and it's very stressful for all of us. And we all have the best interest at heart for who, wherever we live, or our family, or our children, and that's what matters at the end of the day. What happened to this young gentleman yesterday or the day before was just outrageous. Again, I can't say how sorry I am for his family. And it's the first time that I've ever seen Trump write something that I agreed with since he started his presidency, first and second time. So I don't mind saying that on the air because that's just the way it is. It's the only good thing that I've seen him write. So it was too bad. The gentleman was doing good things. I think that he didn't deserve to have that happen. But this is the world we live in, unfortunately. So your link that you gave me, I think it was your Facebook that I had put. But if you decide that you have like a better link for all the products that you like sell your books and like I guess your companies that you work with, like you said, for the the vitamins and all that. It'll all be in one place. You have it all in one place, like Linktree or something like that.
I do have a website. I just started it and it's not very good. I built it myself, so it's
Yeah, I
not,
built mine
I'm
myself.
still working on that. But yeah, I do have a website and there's links on there for my book and I don't think there's any other holistic products on there, but my book's on there. And then I'm also producing a symposium on Gnostic TV
Yeah,
called The Electric Company. And this is for anybody that's a holistic practitioner or coach, life coach, health coach, nutrition coach, whatever. It's a platform for these people to come on and share their knowledge and get some really good recognition. They've revolutionized the way they do these, whatever you want to call it, summit, symposium. They call
yeah,
it a symposium. So these
yeah. I
are
had Googled your name and gotten quite a bit of information. That came up about your books and so on. And yes, so you guys can definitely find Tommy online by following my website. It'll be there permanently in a bubble once I get it done for you. And then we can decide which link is more important or more accessible right now. And then if you want to change it, that's fine. It only takes seconds for me to do it. So I don't mind helping at all. And I think I had mentioned to you, somebody had wrote a message, and I thought they had said something about wanting to do a morning show. It's funny because it's been in my head to do it on Saturday, like from 6 to 9, and like very early. But I don't
hmm.
know what to do yet I don't know if I want to do mental health. I want to do something like, I don't know. I can't figure it out. Maybe I have to focus on one thing at a time. That's the thing. Like me, I get so many things that I'd like to be doing at one time, and it costs out of our own pockets, as you know, when we do something to pay for it. So, but
Yeah, I know, and we'll figure out a way to put those links on. Like the LifeWave, you can go on lifewave.com. My promo code for that is Soul GPS, Soul GPS. So that
Right?
gets you a discount on that. My book's on Amazon, How to Not Suck as a Human.
Yeah,
There's tips in there for everyday life, just the things you may be doing that you don't realize you're doing that maybe is not very nice. So
yeah,
there's some good things in there. These are my opinions. It's not all fact. It's things that
yeah.
I've been through a lot of things in my life. So if somebody gets offended by it, read another book. I'm sorry.
That no,
That's what I wanted to write. So
that's I've written that I think a couple times in my book already, like because when you get there was one section that I didn't want to write. It was like the dry part of the book, I guess is what I'll say. Technical part about medications, all the things that I tried on all the way up and how I had to get off this for that. And you end up on one and then you're on five. And, like, I had to talk about that. And I just felt like, oh my God, it's so annoying to have to do that. So, part of the book is, you know, uh, it's all of my opinion, and a lot of it is fact and is backed up. Of course, that anything that I've written that is factual, but I mean it's everything from age 4 to 40. That's what I'm doing my write up on. And I lost my mom at age 4, so going from there, trying to build the memories of the past was quite a process. And it's funny because they told me at the publisher I was going to learn a lot about myself when I did my book, and it's true, you do. And I'm sure you will say the same thing as you're a publisher now. So. I hope it's as fun and as exciting and as helpful as it looks, because that's what it is at the end of the day, right? So, there's no point of writing a book if it's not going to help anybody, even if it's
yeah,
entertainment, whatever it is.
for sure. And I did learn a tremendous. I've done a lot of things in my life. I've been a
Yeah,
lot of
me
cool
too.
places and done a lot of cool things. I raced motorcycles. I've been, snorkeling and free diving and spear fishing, and I've done a lot of cool stuff. But I've also been through a lot of painful things. I've been through divorce, and I've struggled with addiction.
Yeah,
I sucked in school. At least for the first couple years, I hated school. I hated it. I didn't want to be there. I thought it was
yeah.
stupid. Uh, I failed ninth grade, and
It's
so
okay. I've
you know,
I know lots about this as well. My parents were, luckily for me, I had good parents to keep me focused on that. And I guess because it's such a small place, there's not much else to do than to do your schoolwork, to be honest. But I mean, when I moved to Toronto, I struggled with, and up to this day, struggle with, things that I was, I guess, using on the regular a lot. And then eventually it got into, illegal drugs. And like, one day a doctor is passing you a prescription, and the next time you're trying to find it on the corner. So it's really terrible. But I
yep,
made it out alive after living in Toronto for 15 or 16 years, and haven't done anything in 10 or 11 years. So that's a good thing. And I'm very proud of that now, to be able to say that, I got through it. But I can't say that Toronto or anywhere is getting better, because my friend Jay Bernard, that is running the Empower to Recover, I mean, in Calgary, he's getting as much as 500 people that are coming to the recovery event. You know, we had it for the first time in a small town that I'm familiar with because my family lives there here in Ontario. And we didn't have a huge amount of people, but I think next year that one's going to be huge. There's just a lot of problems with drugs and alcohol and gambling and, you know, sex addictions and whatever, like porn and all kinds of things nowadays, you know, like I don't know what to be. And therapists are few and far in between in Canada now for mental health. So, you know, like all the people that did try stuff in their 20s, now they're in their 40s and they're dealing with you know, the what happens after the fact when you don't do it anymore and your body starts to say, "Hey, I remember when you did this. Well, this is what it did to you." You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's another reason why I wanted to write this book because I wanted people to know that you're not the only one with this problem. The problems aren't specific to you. Everybody's had this, everybody's been through it.
Yeah.
Many people have beat it, and no matter what you're going through, don't give up because there's somebody out there that can help you. Somebody wants to help you. My number is all over the internet, all over my websites, on my Facebook page. People can I might not be able to answer the phone, but I'll answer you sometime. I'll send
Yep.
you a text back. If people need help, if you're, having problems or whatever and you need someone to talk to, send me a text. I it's there's someone always out there to help, right?
Yeah,
There's
like I
and I
like the
think
web, there's a little pop-up at the beginning of my website. I just put it recently because I just found out about the 988 number in Canada. If you dial the 988, you have somebody for mental health or
Yep.
suicide or whatever it may be.
Yeah, we have it
And
here too.
okay, so Canada and the US have it, and I will start promoting it more and more, but it's the first thing that pops up on my website, and probably that's going to stay there for quite a while um, for those of you who need the information. But I mean, my number is posted everywhere as well, and I've never said to anybody that they can't reach out. And anybody who's interested in coming on the show to tell their story, or and that's you can reach out anytime at all. And same for Tommy. He has a lot of projects and things that he's done and he's working on, and we're all entrepreneurs. We may have our demons, but we're working through life like everybody else. And I find it, sometimes I feel sad for the younger generation because of what's coming.
I think there's good things coming. Yeah, I think we're going through a lot of bad things right now, but
No, I don't mean,
there's
I don't mean,
definitely a shift.
I don't think I mean,
Uh,
I don't mean Canada and the US or any of that. I just meant like, I don't know where the world's going with all the drugs and everything that they have access to right now for children.
I don't understand that either, to be honest, because everybody has a computer in their hand all day long. You have this phone that can give you any information that you want. So
Yeah.
everybody should know that fentanyl kills people,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Taking drugs that you don't know where it came from can kill you.
Yeah.
And so it's so sad to see kids try and and even now they're sprinkling it on marijuana, right? So a teenage kid that's trying weed for the first time and it's has that fentanyl on it
Yeah.
and that's a wrap. And so if
And you
you're
know why they're doing that is because they want to
it's
get them addicted to fentanyl slowly on weed, and then they move on to something else.
yeah, and everybody has their opinion about weed. I don't believe it's a gateway drug. If Well, let me rephrase that. First of all, I don't think anyone should do any drugs
Me either.
until they're out of school, out of college. Then if you want to try to smoke some weed, go, you're an adult, go try to smoke it. Go buy some at the dispensary because you can buy it now legally,
That's right.
right? So, but
And
I
don't
don't,
don't don't smoke and don't do it before you finish your school because if you will do, you'll never be able to do that.
yeah. And so, but I do know a lot of people that use weed to help them with their anxiety, to help with their pain. I know guys that helps them with their focus. They're like the opposite. Instead of relaxing them and making them tired, they get really focused and they get a lot of work done. So it can be helpful if you use it in the right way. And I think that's the
Yeah.
way
Like I
that's the way
showed you, the
everything is.
cream is, cream is it's a topical, guys. You don't do anything with it except put it on your foot, as though you were using hand cream. That's all it is. It's no different than hand cream,
Hmm.
but it helps,
Yeah.
with neuropathy. But that's not the way everything else works. Like you have to think about your lungs, and I mean,
Hmm.
I'm seeing more and more teenagers get, these bad diagnosis from doctor because of vaping and things like that. This is the next
Oh,
thing. This is the
vaping's
next wave
terrible.
that's coming.
Yeah, vaping's terrible. It's
Yeah,
that's there's no good's ever going to come out of that. That's yeah, because once again you're putting unknown chemicals
that's it.
into your lungs. So,
Yeah,
I think the best way for us to help ourselves is to live kind of holistically, eat good food, eat organic. If you're going to eat meat, go to a butcher, a local farm that they don't um, shoot hormones in it or give it antibiotics. So
yeah,
these things help, and it's very important the one of the most important decisions we make every single day, all day long, is what you put in your mouth. And people don't realize they're poisoning themselves and the way we think too, right? Because if you're thinking about all the bad things that happen to you, if you wake up and you stub your toe and you drop your toothbrush in the toilet and you spill your coffee and then you're mad about that and then you get even madder about the next thing and then it's a domino effect
yeah.
and it all that's going to do is bring bad things the rest of the day. So
Mm.
you blow it off, you go pour another cup of coffee, you throw your toothbrush away and open another one, or wash it off if you want. I don't really care.
Me neither.
But
Yeah,
the way we deal with these problems is what differentiates us as humans, because you can either let that ruin your whole day. Some people will let it, they'll talk about it for days,
yeah,
or you can just let it go and think about positive things and be grateful for the good things that you have.
yes.
And that will make you feel so much better. And
And that's good
it's
advice
not,
because for me, it's a struggle sometimes to differentiate like my life from my my pain that's 24/7, you know, itching in the back of my head kind of, and it's hard not to talk about it. And I know that it's come up, that it's a lot to hear and so on, but when that's the only thing going on in your life, it kind of sucks. But that's why I've been trying to do other projects to get my mind off of it, rather than letting it, fester me all day long as I sit and I deal with whatever. It's quite a battle, but it's definitely I'm that's good advice from Tommy Carbasho we're getting today, guys. He's also going to be lucky. We're going to be lucky enough for him to post all his great websites and his book, and his Facebook page is already attached to my webpage. So go ahead on lunchroomnews.ca and look it up. And I will be posting Tommy's podcast right after I am done. It will be sent to me, and I will get to work on that. And I'm gonna keep Tommy on our list to come on more often because we need these kind of professionals that are teaching us about what's going on in the supermarkets and the markets that are, not organic and so on, because we're all suffering from something. Why? We need to ask ourselves. Well, the only thing that happens is our nose or our mouth gets something inside, and that's where it comes from. So, I mean, it's food or whatever you're eating, or whatever you're smoking, like that's your business. But I mean, that's where it
Mm.
comes from. Nobody should ask themselves where it's coming from if they eat, this kind of food. So, um, but
It's definitely really is a shame that, and they target people as well, right? You see these ads all the time for eat a healthy breakfast with whatever it is, orange juice and this cereal, and meanwhile that cereal is really nothing but fillers and chemicals and sugar.
yeah,
There's nothing in there. Our bodies don't know what to do with it because it's not real food. So the other thing I can't stress enough is the most important tool we have is our brain. So
yes.
you can do some, everybody, please do research on the things that you're eating. There's a couple different apps. I think one's called Yucko, maybe. You can scan a code and it'll tell you what's in that, what ingredients are in it, and if it's bad for you or
Okay,
not. So, and
that's
then you
pretty
want
neat.
to gratitude, man. Gratitude is one of the best tools ever. I don't get out of bed more in the morning until I smile. I think about something as soon as my eyes open, and I don't get up until I'm thinking about something that makes me smile. And then I get up and start my day, and start that day with some affirmations, whatever it is. Make whatever you're trying to do. Write goals down.
Yeah,
Just be grateful for everything you have. We're grateful enough that we're able to sit here and talk on
I'm
a
old school.
podcast.
I write notebooks. I have a notebook for every month. There you go. So we have a collection of those. Anybody wants
I
to, if anybody wants to mail me a notebook, let me know. As long as it's,
I have a lot of the list. If anybody wants, like I have to post this again because I have a list of foods that you can switch for your kids' snacks. So if you're feeding your kids whatever, cheese crackers for a snack or whatever that is, all these snacks that aren't very good for you, I have a list of things you can switch that with to
yeah,
get a healthy snack.
there you go.
And so I'll post that on my Facebook again, just so if anybody,
Yeah, I would
I
love to
like
have
posting
that as a
stuff like
tool
that
for
for
myself,
free.
even.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And another one I did was foods to eat for brain health, for good brain health, right? For memory, for good
yeah,
cognitive function. So yeah, there's a lot of things you can do, and then just be happy that you're able to wake up in the morning and eat healthy food.
that's
It
true.
definitely helps.
And you have to be happy that you woke up because that means God gave you another day.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
I guess
Don't
that's
fight the
one thing that you
universe
can
or
be
God.
happy about. What?
Don't ever try to fight the universe or God because you'll
No,
lose every time. If the
you will.
universe giving you something, it's for a reason.
Yeah. Okay, well, Tommy, let's end it there and let's stay in touch. And as soon as it's up, I'm gonna let you know. And it's gonna be in the area like in your profile, insert it so that like between what your write-up is. That's usually
Mhm.
what I do is I'll put it like that's Spotify and Apple Player there. So it's available on all the apps, but that's the two that I mention usually that are the largest listeners. But it's been a lot of fun chatting with you today and getting to know you. And I hope that we continue our discussions in the future. And I'm thinking about doing a Hollywood Squares on here one day. So that could be fun too for a podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe you'd be a good,
I'll send you. I'm going to send you this link for that Purium holistic product. I'll send it to you right away,
okay.
and I'll send you my code because you. I'm telling you, everybody can benefit from this. You can benefit from it as well as the patch. I'll send you the patch too, because holy cow,
Yeah.
we. My wife and I, and I'll tell you the one of the biggest differences we noticed with that patch is we can get we can push through the day a lot easier than we could before we started taking it. So about 2 or 3 o'clock, you start on this downhill, you're
Yeah.
getting tired, you're getting irritated. We don't get that anymore with this patch. You can push right through.
Oh,
It
okay.
makes a big difference.
That's interesting. Well, there you go. You are going to post all of that, and then there's a way to buy those online as well, I assume.
Yep, yep. And I'll send my promo code so everyone gets a discount.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Okay, let's stay in touch. That's Tommy Carbasho. Everybody, thanks for listening to episode 11, and we'll hopefully have Tommy on again soon, and we'll do a Hollywood Squares. We're gonna put all the handsome people in the Hollywood Squares one, so they have to go through all the pictures. I'm just kidding. Oh God. Okay, well, have a good day, my friend, and stay well. And it's nice to talk with you and learn everything that you know about holistic products and health. And I will start looking into your links.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And for everybody, there's someone out there to help
Yeah,
and be someone's hero today because you never
yes,
know. Just a smile to somebody can make their day. So be someone's hero today.
yeah, that's a nice thing to say. Okay, bud, have a great day.
All right. Thanks, Josh. I appreciate it.
Okay, thanks, here. Bye.
Bye.